Hello, sixth graders. Rabbi Light here. I'm really excited to come to you a little over 1 week before our Simchat Torah assembly. That's right. I know that you've been working since the beginning of the year, looking at different parts of the Torah and writing I statements and creating PowerPoint pages that we are going to share on October 14th with each and every division of the school. So I wanted to give you a sense of what that assembly is going to look like, because we only have one dress rehearsal practice together, and that will happen during core time on Thursday, October 13th. So it's important that you kind of understand what's going on. So first of all, here is a picture of a Torah all dressed up. And here is an unrolled Torah. So that unrolled Torah has 5 different books in it. And those books have different names: Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra, Bamidbar, Devarim. And each of those books, of course, has different parts of the Torah, going from the creation story to God finding the Jewish people, God sticking with the Jewish people when they are slaves in Egypt, actually God forgetting about them for a while, and then remembering them, getting them out of Egypt, and walking towards the promised land with the help of this leader named Moses, who dies at the end of our story. So on October 14th, where will we be in the Torah? So we're basically right at the end of the reading of the Torah at this point. And 2 days later, we're actually back at the beginning of the Torah. So we end the Torah and begin the Torah very, very quickly. And there's a great celebration which marks the ending and the beginning of the Torah, where we roll the Torah all the way back to the beginning again. And here is that holiday. It is called Simchat Torah. So we just had Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. Then we have this holiday called Sukkot. And right at the end of Sukkot is this holiday called Simchat Torah, where we celebrate the ending of the reading of the Torah and the beginning of the reading of the Torah again. What have you worked on since day one of this year? You have learned a little bit about the Torah. You've read different parts of the Torah, so you know the narrative flow of the Torah. And you've each been assigned or signed up for different parts of the Torah to A, make an I statement, and B, make a PowerPoint picture depicting that I statement, as if you were one of the characters or one of the elements or objects of the Torah in that scene. So what did we do with all those I statements and pictures? Well, we're in the process of putting those all together and making a running list of all the I statements. So on the 14th, what's going to happen is there's going to be an entire Torah review 3 times during that day. That's right. You as a sixth grader are going to be leading 3 different assemblies. The first for our upper school from 1 to 1:40 to 11:45. The second for our middle school, just 7th and 8th graders, from 11:45 to 12:30. And then for our lower school from 1:30 to 2:30. Just so you know, sixth graders, this has been part of the TVT tradition for the last 10 years. So all of our students know what to expect. So, and by the way, we just sent out an email to your parents to let them know that we want to invite them to the third program of the day, which runs from 11:30 to 1:30 to 2:30, because you'll see what during the explanation, that program is a little bit different, maybe a little bit more special for a viewer. So, what is our upper school and middle school presentation going to look like? So what you'll see is when you enter into our NPR, the entire room is going to be empty because students are going to be seated on the floor. Then you're going to see chairs set up for each and every one of you up in the front. And if there's no room, we'll kind of have them the chairs kind of leading towards the different edges as well. And then you'll see there's going to be 2 boxes. One is the on deck box. One is the double on deck box, and then I guess there's probably one more, which is the presentation X, where you're standing. So basically, when the program begins, whoever is our first reader of the day is going to be on the X. Whoever is our second reader of the day is going to be in the square number 1. And our third reader of the day is going to be square number 2. So we've got an on deck and double deck. And as we go through the program, we will basically, you'll kind of you'll do your part, you'll sit back down. When it is two parts away from your part, you'll come and stand up again, because I know some of you have more than one part as well. And I'll be with the clicker, making sure that as you read your I statement, both your slide gets up there and any kind of animations that are connected with that slide get up there as well. And in this way, we will go through the entire Torah. There might be some stops along the way where we'll do a little bit of singing to get in the mood of Simchat Torah, because Simchat Torah is also a day where we dance around with the Torah and kind of declare our love for the Torah as well. So what will you have? You will have on your chair, you'll have kind of what number you are presenting. Then you'll have the person who comes right before you, and then you'll have your I statement as well. So you don't need to memorize your I statement. You'll have it there, but the more emphasis, the more emotion you can bring to your I statement, using words like crack, ow, oh, or crying or something like that, it just makes it much more interesting as well. Okay, in our lower school, the presentation is a little bit different. So you'll see that the kids are seated with their certain grades, and there's also going to be a place for parents in the lower NPR as well. So that's the last moment of the day, is when the last hour of the day is when you can expect your parents to be there. Again, we've invited them. And this program begins with some singing, and here is the and here is the song. So a lot of you who have been at TVT know the song already, but it's a nice thing to kind of introduce. So the lower school kids have been practicing this, so they'll be ready, and it would be great if you're ready as well. So the first song goes like this. So I say, Ana Hashem, and everyone goes, Hoshiana, and we'll kind of and that's kind of the move that everyone's doing. Hoshiana, and then I go, and then everyone's quiet. Ana Hashem, and everyone says here, Hatzlichana, Hatzlichana, and then I say, everyone's quiet, and then I say, Ana Hashem Anenu, and everyone starts, Beyom Korenu, Anenu, 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 Beyom Korenu. So everyone's clapping. And the way our sixth graders leaders, we kind of have, just like all of you are doing a certain motion. So I think it's kind of like this motion. Anenu, Anenu, V'yom Korenu, Anenu, 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 V'yom Korenu. And then we do that again. Ana Hashem, and everyone up front goes, Hoshiana, Ana Hashem, Hatzlichana, Ana Hashem Anenu, V'yom Korenu, Anenu, 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 V'yom Korenu, Anenu, 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 V'yom Korenu. And we always start, by the way, we're kind of our Anenu, are these things go library side first. Anenu, Anenu, V'yom Korenu. We also have another song that we sing that goes like this. Su'u she'arim rashechem, v'hi nasu pitchei olam, v'yavo melech hakavod, hakavod tzela. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. And we'll do that same kind of ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Let's try it again. Su'u she'arim rashechem, v'hi nasu pitchei olam, v'yavo melech hakavod, hakavod tzela. And if you don't know any of the song, just those last words, hakavod tzela. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. And the final song that we sing to introduce our lower school program is I sing Haderet Veha and then everyone goes, and then you guys go to them men, because to them and means like, who do these adjectives apply to them men, and then I say, then we all go le chai olamim. So these adjectives belong to God, so we're pointing up. I know God is not always just in heaven, but that's kind of like le chai olamim. And then I say habina vehabracha, and we say in Yiddish, to whom, to them and to them. And then we say le chaya olamim, and then I go ay 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 ay, and we go ay, and then we start clapping me who's that v'yezehu ze eli v'yanvehu me who's that v'yezehu ze eli v'yanvehu. We'll try it again. Ha'aderet v'ha'emuna to them and le chai olamim habina vehabracha to them and le chai olamim ay 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 me who's that v'yezehu ze eli v'anvehu Mihu ze v'yezehu ze eli v'yanvehu. And actually, it would be great. Maybe we'll even do these songs at the middle school and upper school assembly if we have the time. And then we also sing Achat Sha'alti Me'et Hashem Ota Avakesh. Achat Sha'alti Me'et Hashem Ota Avakesh. Shifty, 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 woo! Shifty b'veit Hashem, kol yemei chayai, kol yemei chayai, ay, 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 shifty, 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 woo! Shifty b'veit Hashem, kol yemei chayai, kol yemei chayai. We also have, a lot of you know this from our lower school, we also sing the 5 books of the Torah song, and we have hand motions. Bereshit Shemot va'ayikra b'midbar de'evarim. Bereshit Shemot va'ayikra b'midbar de'evarim. Bereshit Shemot va'ayikra b'midbar de'evarim. Bereshit Shemot va'ayikra Behemidbar Devarim. So it's creation of the world into Shemot, which is getting the Torah, which is Vayikra, building the house of God, which is then traveling through the desert, Bamidbar, and then Devarim is the last speech of Moses before he dies. Okay, so after that, in the lower school only, we all sing the bracha for beginning the Torah reading. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah. Oh, okay. And then what happens here is how the lower school program is different. So our first 3 people are kind of up at the front, and then the next person comes, then the next person comes, next person come up, 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 and then I'll say stop, because our first grade will all rise and have a verse of the Torah to sing for us in Hebrew, and then they'll sing it in English, and then we move on. Next person, next person, next person, next person, and then the second grade, and so on and so on and so on. So we hear different psukim, different verses of the Torah sung by different grades along the way. And of course, when we get to the end, we do our final Torah blessing. Sing it with me. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah. And then the final song that we sing is we kind of have our thumbs together and we go yum ba da da dum ba dum ba da yum ba da da dum ba dum ba da yum ba da da dum ba dum ba da yum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum Vayera Vayiboker Yom Rishon Yum ba da dum ba dum ba, and we go through all the days of creation, and then we get to Shabbat at the end. And again, here's it. Yum ba da dum ba dum ba da yum ba da dum ba dum ba da yum ba da dum ba dum ba da yum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum. And then okay, and again, I told you, okay, so what will your day look like on Friday, October 14th? This is important. So the day, since you're doing a lot of presentations, you're wondering, you're doing a presentation for both upper school and middle school, you're probably wondering, when am I getting lunch? How is this going to work? What are happening with my classes? So this is what your teachers know at this point. You're going to come to school normal, 8:45 to 9:50, have a normal H period. During your E period class at 10:45, your E period teacher is going to take you to the upper NPR to get ready for your 11 o'clock program. So everyone's going to get in their right seats and kind of be ready to go. Make sure you have your I statements. Make sure we're all ready to go. At 11 o'clock to 11:45, we run the program for the upper school. At 11:45 to 12:30, we stay there to run the program for the middle school. At 12:30, when the middle school, everyone else goes to their normal F period class, the sixth graders are going to be eating their lunch. Okay, so I'd make sure that you might be very hungry. That's a little bit later than usual, so make sure you have a snack during passing period from E to F, probably. During that F period, at 1:10, so your eating time is 10:30 to 1:10. After that, your sixth grade teacher is going to bring you down to the lower NPR and hand you off to me, where you're going to see that the NPR lower school is all set up for our program, which begins at 1:30. That program runs from 1:30 to 2:30. And at the end of the program, you're going to head back to your G period class. So that's pretty much it. Nervous? Don't worry, because during your Jewish studies classes this week, you'll be practicing saying your I statements, saying them loud and proud with a lot of emotion, with a lot of emphasis. And on the 13th in the upper NPR, we're going to have a practice during core time. So let's make sure we get there early. And also, what's very important is, if you happen to know that on Friday, October 14th, you're not going to be at school, let us know so we can give your part to someone else. One other need to know information: everyone is going to have the same kind of look on Friday the 14th, and I'd like people to wear jeans. So please no shorts on that day, since you're presenting 3 times. Jeans and a blue shirt. I'd love it to be a button-down shirt like this, but a blue T-shirt as well. No writing, please. Make it a blue shirt with no writing. Okay, and boys, please a kippah for the day as well. And that's it. So best of luck practicing. Teachers, if you want me to send another video with just the songs so you can practice that, I certainly will. And best of luck practicing. I look forward to seeing you all on the 13th for our dress rehearsal. And let me just say, before we enter into Shabbat Shalom, and before we enter into the holiday of Sukkot, Chag Sukkot Sameach. Best of luck, sixth graders.